Wait a second, has it actually activated? Wait. Is it working? It may be. I love it that every single one of my streams doesn't start unless I have no idea if the stream is working. That probably shows just how unprofessional I am at this. I believe it's working at least. Oh, it managed to lower the latency by a bunch as well, hell yeah. I got 585 of them. Yeah, this should be fine. Let's get to SEA. And Pierce is most effective. And Pierce, blonde, Pierce. And this team Pierce. You can Pierce? You can't. You can't. You can. You can. You can. And now let's take him, because why not? And man, that is heavily polluted. This cannot be. How are we to enjoy our vacation at a location such as this? This may come as a surprise to you, Don Quixote, but Virgilus never mentioned that we're here on a vacation. Well, it is rather quite NB. G'day, Dan. Ah, what was the point of showing us that beautiful beach earlier then? Right, I wish I never even saw the beach, then I wouldn't be so disappointed. G'day, Dan. Hark, right. Sisser? How the hell am I supposed to say that? Sisser is the Frisian beach. Therefore, aren't we not journeying in that direction? Its air appears pristine, its skies clear. Because that's not our destination. This cannot be. And she collapsed. The sinners' faces grew dark with disappointment. Can't say that I wasn't a little excited to have some proper rest myself, but I had a feeling this was gonna happen. So, where is this exactly? I'd be in everyone's interest to focus on what's next. This is District 21 back streets of U Corp. Huh, damn it. We're really not ready for this. Yes. So that's why there hasn't been congestion since the tunnel, because we're not in a nest. That depends on the nest and their back streets, so such generalizations are not encouraged. That seems to be the case this time, however. Is that a private beach over there? The water is colored. Colors are very different from this side. I see a boundary as though, hey, by a blade. Those are telltale signs of the place's nature. Indeed, this is. The Great Lake, that's just how it is, always been. You can assume that well-maintained vacation spots like that is usually nest territory. My explanation keeps getting hijacked. Does this place count as the back streets when it's so open? The definition of back streets isn't limited to literal streets between buildings. It refers to all territories within districts not embraced by the nest. Right. Look at all this meaning rubbish. The place is in shambles. I'd be gobsmacked if this weren't the back streets. Ooh, behold, hither is a rather youth. What? Finish a sentence. It moved. What? This radio, it moved. Do the radios of District 21 scamper around? What are you on about? What? At Heathcliff's cry, everyone turned towards a certain pile of trash. And there it was, all of a sudden a monster. A massive crab. Never mind, 3 massive crabs. Done. And just as usual, Don does not do a lot of damage, damn it. Across the top. Might as well get a resonance there. And... what? Go like that. Man, that has gotta be deafening. New Corp Otis. The mere fact she can kill people by screaming alone has gotta drive all her co-workers death. That. And she lost the crash to a damn crab. And so did Don, damn it. A damn crustacean beat them. Here we go, only 2 left. Can't really use any. Doesn't look like it's worth using for it. No. Go like that. And hopefully beat the shit out of them. Can these creatures even be affected by sync? I didn't actually check. I probably should have checked that. Oh well. Come back to detail. Instead of bringing Dawn, I'll bring Faust, because at the very least we can, the very least it's better with her than her. Straight to combat. Okay, and all without struggling. Top, down, down. And Otis immediately got over. Okay, these creatures cannot be affected by sanity as it appears, so me bringing a sync team was absolutely useless. At the very least I have a decent Rupture team. So they'll probably be a better option after this. These are some big crabs though. And I'll click win rate because the crab's already dead. Now I gotta fight all these things. Yeah. I think resonance is still better. I love it when I have absolutely no idea what to say. Okay, so they're almost entirely dead. Let's look at this. The green resonance that way. Can also get it blue. That. That. They're both dominant, so it doesn't really matter. I'll go with the two blue. And that should be the battle. There we go. So what are these bug crab things? Hey now, what are you looking at me for? What makes you think I'd know? I wasn't even gawking at you, you paranoid, that's what. Can't even talk about bugs around this guy. They're trash crabs. They're what? Ishmael injected all of a sudden. Trash crabs, they collect trash or scrap like that on their shells and use them as their homes and weapons. Doesn't seem like they're using them as their weapons. Hell, I won't even call those armor or homes. They're a tiresome lot. They ambush people working by the water, attack those wandering in the area, and their numbers grow by the day. But they're just one of the innumerable small fry of the Great Lake. What's more important and more treacherous is Ishmael. I was about to check in with Ishmael, as I probably shouldn't let this go on for any longer, but... Hey guys, already hard at work, huh? A couple of people in work overall seem to be approaching from a distance. Mika. They're our valued customers. Watch your manners. Ah, okay, I guess. What's with those R and T S? I think they're called... I think she's called them rags and tags. Rain, they're calling us rag tags. Do I really have to watch my manners? There could be enemies, you two. Identify yourselves. Have you not been informed about us at all? Why the fuck does he have a massive chainsaw? What? that does not look like it'd be a very effective weapon. Fun fact, Sinclair has that boy. Heat up. Actually, yeah, I think I've seen it. I think I've actually seen that id. But in what world is that a good weapon? No, not at all. That's why I'm suspicious of you two coming up with seemingly plausible yet unverifiable identities like spies. I'm sorry, wouldn't real spies come up with a more structured approach? Indeed, Otis, they are our cooperators who will be assisting us this time. Then speak sooner than next time. Pleasure to meet you, Mika, Rain. We are LCB, also known as Limbus Company Bus Department. Bus, right, that's what that person said too. You guys are the bus blokes. I was informed that the LCC before team was here first. By that person, do you mean... Sorry, let me check the business card again. LCCB, right, all according from. Just wondering, but have you played Library of Arena yet? No, I don't have... I'm buying it next week because I don't have enough money to buy it yet. Gotta wait till next week to get it. I'm probably gonna stream. I'm gonna stream while playing it, but yeah, I don't have it yet. I have Lobotomy Corporation. I've played through a bit of it, but I'm currently soft locked by myself on that one, so I have to completely restart. Now that's we're clear. Why do we continue this conversation back at the shop? Let's take a look at that bus too. This is an awkward place to talk, you know. We're their customers. Okay, care to tell us what we're doing here? Our destination, U Corp, is a nest composed of various nuclear structures. Therefore, Mephistopheles, in its current form, cannot reach there. And the Great Lake environs are unpredictable. You're going to need a ship that can withstand such capriciousness. That's right, which is why we sought out a contract with an adequate shop to modify the bus. Adequate, you say? Let's go in. Did our last staff dinner really hit the budget that hard? I thought we were allowed to eat as much as we wanted. Like Roger said, look at the somewhat dilapidated shop made me curious about the company's finances. But nothing good could ever come out of this conversation, so I decided to table the thought. Okay, but is it okay if I say a small spoiler or no? It's not big like spoiler the whole game, it's just about the new character you're about to meet. I already know how Library of Arena ends and all that stuff. I know all about the story and stuff, so it's completely fine to say whatever. Rain, I'm going to take a look at this bus, so why don't you get them to reception? I mean, entertain the guests. Okay. The sinners were led into what appears to be a workshop packed with tools and various mechanical apparatus. I am... It seems to me that this workshop is capable of making more sophisticated modifications than it initially appeared. Ah, you recognize these. During the war, it was of utmost importance to have a general understanding of arms and gear workshops. Ah. This awkward conversation was cut short by a sudden and deafening noise. What was that sound? That was Mephistopheles' scream. Or the alarm, rather. I'm sorry, I think I did something wrong. Are those stomping noises also you, Mika? Look outside. There appears to be of the same species as the ones we encountered earlier. They do look pretty similar. They are not pretty similar. They are indeed the same species. Everyone outside now. Otis? No, outside. Yeah. A giant enemy crab with a massive shipping container on its back loomed over us. Well, at least for a brief moment. We were soon overwhelmed by the sound of heavy metal scraping against the floor. Men spread out. Where do we have to get cracking this time? Just as we were all collectively losing our minds, it's Noggin, of course. A dark figure leapt out from somewhere onto the creature's head. And here comes the woman herself. Sit still. Quit struggling. Yep. A blinding light and a deafening explosion assault the crab shell. Is it fleeing? The figure leaped gracefully from the back of the fleeing creature and slowly approached us. She squelched over the depressing mud flat in her swim fins and stood before us, a colossal harpoon resting on her shoulder. Right, so you lot are the bus people the fellas mentioned. After some time passed, allow me to formally introduce them with Olga this time. They are from the Molar Boat Works, here to help us with modifications for Mephistopheles. Whoa, we're getting a whole intro and everything. Color me flattered. Big sis, they're still our dear customers. We should watch out. Oh, come on. I didn't do anything wrong, did I, bugger? I didn't even do anything yet. So, yet being the key word here. Our business just opened, so there's nothing wrong with being a little careful. I'd imagine the sudden switch in our career path couldn't have been easy. Was it manageable? Olga, grade 5 fixer. Well... I'm pretty sure that she's gonna get flung across the room by Virgilus, isn't she? Thou a fixer, I thought I had caught scent of a noble one. Therefore hast thou strayed from the path of a fixer? The life of a fixer must have been a grueling one, surely. Where was the most prolific district? Which association and which test hast thou taken to rise to become a grade 5 fixer? A workshop exam, a tress association indeed. And there goes his prosthesis. Fine, yes, I understand. I was kind of hoping she would get flung across the room. I apologize, Olga. Soon there will be peace and quiet. The red gaze. Greetings, I guess. Limley, it's been so long since I had to be so polite. Oh, that's polite enough. It seems to people have been returning one by one from the books since the incident at the library. Oh, so this is taking place directly after the library then. I'm still surprised she's still a fixer after what happened in Rowena. I'm trying to think from what I know about Library of Rowena, but I don't think I remember the character from what I know about it. How was it for you? Same story here. One moment I was like, huh? Am I dead? The next I'm suddenly waking up somewhere around here. I think the final conto for this is going to take place in the library, isn't it? Or like one of the later contos. Wait, she's from Lovetown? Huh. That, huh. Wait. Oh no, I think I do remember her now. No Mika, no Rains. Okay, yeah. I somewhat remember her now. No Mika, no Rains. Stomach, hankering. Thought I should grab myself a nosh though. And how'd it go again? A trash crab appeared. You fashioned a few things around you into a weapon, smashed its head in, turned it into a barbecue Bob, your uncle. And fancy your aunt, tastes like arse though. Then you started selling scrap metal from the back of those crabs. Okay, Rain, how about I leave the storytelling to you, yeah? That Olga lady got a pretty flippant personality, huh? Yeah, Roger, like someone else I know. Huh? I have no idea who you're talking about. Oh, what's this? That's a prosthetic head, innit? Big sis, we'll be here all day if you keep derailing. No, she, Rain, and the other one was on the train but ended up leaving the train before Lovetown happened. Yeah, wasn't her and a bunch of fixer buddies signed the entry slip solely so they could try and escape the train after a bit of being stuck there? I think that's what happened, I'm not sure. The woman they called Olga fell back, clicking her tongue, and a man they called Rain came forward, bringing us up to speed. He was a fixer working alongside Olga and Mika until they were all stuck into the library getting wrapped up in these things called receptions. And just when they thought he was a goner, he suddenly began wandering and found Olga. They began collecting scrap metal together, with Mika joining along the way, and ended up running a workshop almost like they used to run the office back in the old days. Signed it and got teleported to the library just to turn into books. Yeah. That's what happened to most people, I'm pretty sure, thinking they could get something. No, there's one thing stuck in my head from what I know about Library Arena, and the very first reception was literally just some kid who decided to sign away his life to go in there to try to get a book for his organization or whatever it was. The city hates those that see themselves as heroes. So there wasn't any particular order in which they were returned from the books. The patterns have yet to reveal themselves to me. Virgilus muttered something to himself, looking at Faust who stood near him. Oh yeah, Finn's his name. Yeah. Faust nodded silently. I knew that there was something between the two of them, but I was always about something apocryphal that I couldn't even begin to understand. Besides, I was starting to get worried about Ishmael, who was growing increasingly distraught. It was about time I talked to her. Okay. My phone just started randomly playing audio. Was growing increasingly distraught. It was time I talked to her about her sudden change. Ishmael, so you've been here before. It looks like you recognized those crabs from earlier. Yes. Is that a problem? No, not really. I'm just wondering how they taste. It sounds like people eat those crabs. I can see plain as day what you're trying to do with the innate questions, but I'll entertain it anyway. Yes, I've had it more than a few times as crab chowder. It was a pretty digestible flavor once I got past the vomit traveling back up my esophagus. Was a fun fact, Ishmael has Olga Beach thing as one of it. Okay. Yeah, I knew about the Ishmael id, but I didn't know about the Otis one. Does that answer your question? Yes, thanks. Yeah, I didn't think that was the best question I could have come up with, but her reception was much colder than I'd expected. So, that thing is edible. It almost looks like an abnormality or distortion. No, I don't think that's an abnormality or a distortion. Really, then. Since Dante can distinguish between an abnormality and a distortion, they were able to tell without me explaining. They are living organisms, mutants, if you will, theoretically speaking. They shouldn't be any problem with ingesting them. Grandmother used to collect muted animals too. I've never seen anything like this one though. What a priceless experience. Anyhow, I have to get ready for my school assembly, so I'll be back. See you, Dan. Yep, so they're pretty much our daily grub. The woman they called Mika was walking over from inside the boat workshop, an inscrutable look on her face. Mika, so how much of it do we gotta work on her? You know, there's this thing that my father who worked in a workshop used to say. The whole shebang. What, all the way down to the engine or something like that? No, not that far. I wouldn't dare go tinkering with that thing either. I saw the internals of the bus and it's on a whole nother level of complexity. But yeah, pretty much everything else has to be changed. No flotation devices, no propellers, no steering gear, nothing. So, what do we do now? This was to be expected. Please present us with a solution. Did the manager say something, or do they just tick-tock sometimes? Well, anyway. We do have a plan to fix it. What we lack are the parts. Parts for the bus. What do you need us to collect? Scrap or something? Yep, exactly. And from what I've seen so far, I'm certain you and your companions are cut out for the job. With that, Mika pointed away, towards where the trash crabs were. Defeat the trash crabs and you should be able to collect the scrap they're carrying. I do not think most of the scrap they're carrying is usable for Mephistopheles. And I do not think I would want that stuff anywhere near it, personally. And how many do we need to kill? A lot. Of course, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Precisely. Your job at this stop is to collect parts to modify the bus. It's a far simpler and easier job than receiving a golden bow. Now then, while I converse with our cooperators, everyone to the beach. That is no beach. Yes, it is. Even the mud flat is a part of the Great Lake, also known as the sea. Oh. Oh, on to slaughtering crabs. Time to collect scrap. Clear all that. gonna quickly try to get something. And correct. Don't have anything for her. Don't have anything for him, but I would still like his passive. He can do that. I want his passive. Just use what I have. And throw on him. Wait. Throw on her for her passive, even though I don't even remember what it is. And I'll throw on. Actually, no, grab him. Yep. I guess just go across the top. Like that. Red. Ah, crap. Yeah, let's go like that. Oh, it costed one bullet, hell yeah. Okay, next up, what are we gonna want to do? Like that. Yeah, let's go that way. I'm not sure what you mean by Wendy. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by Wendy, sorry. Do you mean like the food establishment Wendy's or something? Oh, I know the joke you're doing, damn it. You can't trick me. Oh, okay, the food. No, I've never tried Wendy's before. I've never had their food. Sorry, I thought we were gonna do a Wendy's nuts joke on me. I've done way too many of them to get captured. Yeah. I have done way too many. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. I've just done way too many of those jokes on people to be caught by them. Sorry about the sniffing and stuff. I'm very sick while recording this. Or streaming this, really. And just like that, a easy victory. Makeshift bus model. Wait, why? Why did that even cost? A module. We've been at it for about 2 days perhaps. We were able to defeat a considerable number of trash crabs and collect enough scrap to fill a whole wagon and then some. Right, I think it'll be enough for us to get started. Phew, can we rest now? Listen, I can hear my shoulders cracking with every move. Roger, can you stop that? It looks like you're flexing at them. Well, it'll take some time to modify the bus, so we at least have a few days to enjoy. Though this place doesn't exactly resemble a tourist attraction. It's a hell of a lot better than some places I've seen, I can say that for sure. The sinners were all busy stretching and chattering, relieved that the work was finally over. And then Virgilus comes over and beats them over the head with reality. But I have a terrible feeling that this was probably not the end of our toil. Huh? Enjoy what? Huh? Of course, I know it. I said it was enough to get started. Which means you'll have to go collect more scrap, of course. How much more to be exact? About 5 times the amount you've collected so far. Mika, we're going to have to work on the rear wheels too. Oh, sorry, 7 times. Consider our current productive rate, it seems that we will not be provided with adequate rest. Perhaps reducing the time dedicated to sleep would be contributive to our collective effort. No, this cannot be. We simply cannot. Don Quixote looked as though she was about to collapse, a woeful look on her face. Hang on a second though, how does collecting these pieces of scrap even help modify the bus? Man, Don Quixote is short. I mean, her eyeliner's literally at her chest. That is bloody short. Of course, if we were simply bolting these scraps onto the bus willy-nilly, it wouldn't amount to much. But using U-Corp Singularity to fuse the parts, we can make them work as though they were tailor-made for this bus. U-Corp? I saw their deal was some kind of food packaging tech. You know, stuff like stop the constant contents inside from spoiling or changing in any way until they open the package. I used to eat a bunch of their canned food. Funny, Big Sis said the exact same thing. Some nests have more than one way of using their singularity, in case you didn't know. If the working principle is the same, one can always utilize the singularity's fundamentals to patent a singularity-based technology at U-Corp is not only known for its status preservation and packing, but also its resonance tuning fork. The fuck what is Faust talking about? Are they talking about like those forks you bash over the side to like make a bit of sound? Cause if so, I just realized my VTuber, my pngtuber isn't up. I need to fix that, damn it. How am I gonna fix it? Okay. How am I gonna fix this, damn it? There we go. I'm back up. I am back. My beautiful face is back on the screen. Too bad everyone is stuck looking at it now. Resonance tuning fork. Just like that bastard. And with fused with things, entwined, fused with things, and eventually devour them all as though they never existed. Ishmael, what's the problem? Dante, you have to tell Virgilus immediately. Tell him that we have to collect the golden bow off other branches first. Give me a moment, Ishmael. Are you okay? No, we are not ready. We're inexperienced. We don't know about the Great Lake, nor about the whale. I know, I'll help you out. I'll help you make Virgis understand. We shouldn't go there. Not yet, I'm telling you. That place is... Blimey, what got you, What, getting it indigestion from the crab chowder or something? We're all scrap though, the same crab guts. What, I'm totally fine. So what's got you throwing a fit? This isn't the first time you've gone in not knowing a nit about what we're doing. We've been dead enough times to get used to it. Dying your way through a mission isn't really something to be proud of, Heathcliff. If we were your average fixers, we wouldn't have been dead and gone on our very first mission. Our names scrapped clean from whatever association's register. You think me daft? I've had enough years tolling and pushing with dead from the syndicates off the back streets to know what I've got but one life. But it's different now. Clockface here to bring us back every time. Don't you think we've simply been lucky that Dante has the ability to bring us back intact? What's up with this attitude? This is an abnormality. Crack my skull, turn the clock, I'll let it crack my leg next time. We can keep crawling back until they smash to pieces, no? Oh, so you think we've seen everything there is to see at this point? You know that's not true. In the world case scenery, Dante can turn the clock all day and not be able to bring us back. What if we encountered something we could never come back from? Especially that monstrous whale. Never mind. Oh, don't do that like I won't understand a thing. It narks me when you treat me like a stupid sod. You! Now, if you will allow me to interject. It was perhaps because he was never the type to do such a thing, but the crowd immediately fell silent when Yi Sung suddenly, loudly, and uncharacteristically intruded upon their argument. Let us call to mind the various desires of ours that we so enthusiastically proclaimed on our journey here. It is true there is still significant toil to be had, yet it can also be said that we have accomplished a constant milestone. Perhaps a momentary respite is warranted. Isn't that true, Dante? Yi Sung. This is the first time Yi Sung's appeared so dependable since we started our bus journey. I nodded empathetically. Well, at least he doesn't have to turn the clock back now. He really shelved Ismail's ass. Or maybe she saved Dante. Why did I just get a ping? And it wasn't at everyone, damn it. I absolutely hate those things. They are the bane of my existence. Yeah, I agree with you, Sung. I think we can slow down for a bit and do some team building activities together. How's that sound? Chat disconnected. Please wait a while we reconnect you. Frickin' hell. What does it mean? Sure, I think you can take some time off. We'll let you know once we're ready. Okay, good. So my stream hasn't completely died, as it seems. Has it completely died? It seems fine for now. Excelsior, in that case, I say that we participate in the game of beach volleyball. I can't say it the way she says it. With Don Quixote's well-timed assist, The almost icy mood seemed to defrost slightly. She almost got her head beaten in by Heathcliff. But I don't really think that's anything notable considering the amount of people or times he's beaten their heads in.
정리 작업 시작합니다.
I have witnessed it myself. There was, and I speak with certain, with has appeared to be a ball of thoughts amongst the stranded trash. He would be no prefer to say that 'tis true, induced to deny ourselves merriment, where a ball able to body and beach all awaits us. And the two English people are always fighting. Yep. And I always have to wonder if Heathcliff is making me swear. Which I don't really need help with. Can we really call this a beach though? Well, I mean, a beach is just a body of sand or rock or anything next to a lake or ocean. Don Quixote, I told you, we're not here for a vacation. That I am well aware of, dear Gregor. I appreciate thine advice, yet I simply do not have it within me heart to deny such a proposal when an opportunity to bring us together presents itself. Yeah, okay. At least hold back that big grin next time, why don't ya? Yeah, now that I know that she's the vampire because of the latest stuff that comes out, I think it was kind of a dead giveaway she was one, considering she's always speaking bloody old English. Yeah, I am agreed with Don Quixote. Yisung. Upon reflection, I have no memory of engaging in such a sport with my fellows. I cannot say that I am particularly talented in games of the ball variety, but this appears to be as good as a time as any to experience it for once. So let us partake in this game of volleyball. Sheesh. We're so not ready. This isn't the time to play games. We've been slacking too much as of late. Yeah, we're too lucky last time. Ishmael was starting to practically ooze all over an ominous aura. It might be a good idea to divert her attention for a bit. I mean, her British, so I don't... Yeah. To be fair, most of my streams are just me swearing or something. I just like to know. I'm not very good with British English, so I just never know what he's really saying most of the time. Because British and Australian English are very similar, but very different. Let's play beach volleyball. Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought Otis and Dante were shipped the most. But to be fair, I haven't really been around the community for that long. A wise decision. I shall retrieve El Ballon. Yeah. But what do you mean try? They have killed each other quite a few times. The only reason it hasn't been successful is because of him. Also, you would think he wouldn't want to be anywhere near the ocean considering his clock is on fire. But it'd be quite interesting to see what happens when the clock is no longer burning. And you've got to be kidding me. Wait. Oh, okay, no it is. I have managed to shorten the stream delay to where it is almost exactly to where I am. But, yeah, my stream may go down because of it. This is a downtime activity designed by none other than an executive manager. Everyone quit grimacing and accept it with gratitude. Okay. I mean, Dante being in a ship means is a self-instant because it's rare to be. That is true, he is. I wouldn't really say Dante's a self-insert character because he's got more personality than most do. He is very much a blank slate, but he does have a lot of personality. Okay, I just hope I don't pull my back playing this game. I am aware of the rules and the specifications of this game. Allow me to draw the arena. Is there nothing that, good old-fashioned... Wait. Massault, that's his name. Is there anything good old-fashioned Massault does not know? There were grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, reticent sinners. Me too. Dante is his own character, but some people think he is a self-insert like we play have. Yeah, I don't really understand. Sure, he's a bit of a blank slate, but he's got a lot more personality. And plus, it'd be very... Wait, how the hell does Dante even see? He doesn't have any eyes. I haven't realized that before. How the hell does he see? Their reactions were all varied, but everyone eventually moseyed out to an empty lot to play beach volleyball. I stretched hoping that this activity would help break up the tense atmosphere. Sometime later. Now let us commence. The field was drawn over a squeaking mud flat. The Warren ball socket into the air with Don Quixote's serve. This is how the game is played. With Yi Song's nice receiver, it was started to look like we had a proper game going. I don't know, Limbus Company is still wondering if this how Dante can eat. Dante can eat? How the... Oh, I just realized her face. I am gonna quickly just whip out snipping tool because I just want to grab an image of her face. It may come in handy later. The game going. Yeah. How the hell can he eat? Is this... Well, the only idea I can have for Dante being able to eat is him putting the food in the fire on top of his head. But otherwise, I've got no idea. Yep, aha, you're pretty good. Yeah. Oof. Meaningless, all of this. Ha. Otis, I think that serve would have killed me if I hadn't dodged it in time. Consider this a part of our training. Rusho, you're not supposed to hit the ball with your sword. Ha! Fazus have received the eyeball. Ishmael with the in the back low. Yeah. If I can figure out how to add wait. Can I just like engage with the audience? Hide emojis. If I can figure out how to make custom emojis to be used on stream, I'm just gonna make that face an emoji. Ah, forsooth, I have received the eyeball. Aha, ha. We're wasting time we could be using to study the whale's characteristics. And we don't even have a compass to guide us through the Great Lake. That is another good face. I am... Save. I'm just going to... I'm just gonna grab that one as well. A lot of good faces. Damn it, and that bastard has still got to be alive somewhere. You know what, fuck it. For fuck's sake, women! Heathcliff, unable to stand Ishmael's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that it just might burst. Ha! And the ball flew way over the mark and towards the boundary, separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. Did the ball just pop? It most certainly has. There appears to be a field of plasma invisible to our eyes. A field of plasma. Who put a field of plasma on a beach? I'm gonna quickly disclose my weapons and all. Or at the very least, it's hard for people to hear me. A barrier of sorts installed to separate the nest of the back streets. Along the border of every nest are installations that serve the same function, though their specific methods may vary. Of course, there are always fences and whatnot to stop backstreet residents from crawling into their precious nests. But with that technology, they could simply make the ball disappear without a trace instead of leaving the torn mess, with which gotta mean they want to enjoy watching clueless souls be ripped to pieces, I bet, huh? And got to love living in a city where the poor is separated from the rich, not figuratively but physically. Yep. Well, I mean, that's true for real life too, let's be honest. Enjoying watching us clueless be ripped to pieces. I bet how glad the rich folk are having such fun with our lives. Yeah. But again, the people in the nests are just playthings for another richer person. I have no comment to make regarding the device's particular purpose or its sadistic nature. It took a whole hour of my time to procure us the ball. Brace yourself, the sound of the ball popping attracted the trash crabs. We'll have a chat after this. I really thought that this could be the activity to dramatically bring us together. It's all gone to hell. Why does this keep happening? Isn't it about time we got used to this, manager bud? Come on, let's first take care of business. Okay. Orange, wait, orange, red, orange, red. Go that one. Now purple's better. If I'm correct, purple actually inflicts a lot more damage as well. Actually, let's be honest, that plasma barrier that rips stuff apart is probably a lot more humane than what other nests have. Because at the very least, it's probably a quicker death. Across the bottom, go across top, and just across top. Gotta love a world where being ripped apart by plasma sounds like a better fate than the possibilities. Actually, no, I don't. Go red, dark blue, light blue, and green, red, red, and across the top.
자, 리본은 이쪽으로 모으고.
And there we go, another crab down.
나의 승리다.
And just like that, another victory without losing a single sinner.
방금의 결투를 그림으로 그려냈다면 분명 이것은 걸작이었을 거야.
And I'm just gonna pay to use them. Because let's be honest, I'm gonna immediately make back what I just spent just by doing these.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네. 가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는 놈들이니까.
I'm just examining these creatures. Those just have a bunch of sharp pieces of wood. And that one just has a straight up rock on its head. Dark blue, purple, across the bottom. Next up, go bottom. Let's go across the bottom, top, that. Right? Yeah, let's go like that way. Gotta love Skullbuster. To claim their bones. Next up, get a resonance that way. At the top, another one there. Like that.
완벽한 거리감. 나의 승리다.
씹는 맛이 있는데. 하나 눕혔네.
A bunch more rock and wood crabs. Look across. Go that.
완벽한 거리.
And I'd like to say that went pretty well. Gotta love our Corp Heathcliff. Throw him in literally any team and he will do good. Although on sync teams it's better to bring Wild Hunt.
내가 알아서 처리. 배워냈어요.
And there we go. Hey Ishmael. Yes? Can we talk at least for a bit? I called over to Ishmael once the battle was over. Right, I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do or what kind of result this conversation is going to yield, but I can't just sit here and watch. Yes, you can. Wait, are those two things his eyes? He's got no other identifications, really, across his head. It's gotta give him, like, a weird world view, like... Huh. Yeah, whatever. It looks to me that you've been preoccupied with something ever since we got here. You know, you're not really participating in group activities and things like that. Isn't it obvious? There's something more important at hand, but they're all busy enjoying themselves playing this stupid game. Something more important. Is this about the Great Lake? Yeah. That we, in our current state, shouldn't go there. No. Right, so why do you think we don't have a chance against whatever's in there? I told you, we're not ready. We're going to need at least half a year to acclimate to the Great Lake and the things that are there. Or we could try to gain more experience enough to overwhelm our disadvantages, and that goes the same for you, Dante. You need to be strong enough to at least take care of yourself, which I can help with, and Otis, I'm sure she can help you with training too. Even if he was one of the best fighters, like let's say he was a glow-colored fixer, I don't think it is a good idea to have Dante anywhere near the front lines. Mainly because one mistake and all those sinners are never coming back. And he is literally the only member they cannot have get hurt or die. So even if he is one of the best fighters, he should be like behind the back line. He should be nowhere near the fight. If push comes to shove, yes. Oh, wait, what? Half a year, Ishmael. We just don't have that much time to spare. Really? Is that why we playing beach volleyball? Because we don't have the time to spare. And is that not like I'm saying that we should just sit on our butts and do nothing for half a year? I'm saying that we should visit other destinations first before coming back here. That is impossible. Not every location of golden bows in the nest has been identified, and the before team hasn't completed their preliminary survey yet. Excuses. I've known for a while that you've had some fancy ulterior motives. And whatever that is, this is a mistake. You won't ever forget. Perhaps. What a mess. In that case, we should at least map a detailed sailing route and plan out combat strategies. Prattling on and on and on. Just when I thought our discussion was reaching a stalemate, Heathcliff butted in. What's your problem? Shut your gob. You think you're the only one struggling here. We're all died more times than we can count. Every one of us. So I'm telling you that it worked out again, somehow. And I'm telling you that the Great Lake is different. What if the manager drowns? What if that thing eats us and our bodies can't be recovered? Do you understand? This isn't anything like we've been through so far. This could be the end of us. Then I won't have the chance to kill that bastard. Okay, let's say that you're right. If we go now, we're going to bite it and I won't be able to get get back up. So what's wrong with faffing about for a little while? What are those wells working out or something? We've been mucking up the mood ever since we got here, so how about you use some bloody common sense to not bring everyone else down with you? That's rich coming from you, Heathcliff. What common sense do you have of Great Lake? Have you ever seen a whale since when where you've such known it all? What do you even know about a sailor's life? How would you all day you're whining about your girlfriend or something, dozing off in the bus or throwing a hissy fit once in a while? Quit it. It's kill or be killed by everything from the depths of the water to the heights of the skies, crawling and falling onto the deck. Immature natural disaster like acid typhoons, tuna tsunamis, cerebra storms and muted? I don't know how to say that. Of other terrors of the lake I can't even recall the names of. And for the storm's high waves as tall as fathoms following those fucking monsters that wash up on deck. Look away for a moment and your mate who you've trusted your entire life is slain. Everyone and every gosh damn thing goes mad. And this transforms into something else entirely. Onto that abnormal lake. Is that something that a pathetic, lovey-dovey, tender fool like you won't ever understand? Not after dying 100 deaths. Also, if I am being way too loud for this, please say in chat, because I am not very good at vocal tones and that stuff. I am trying to portray the characters as well as I can, so if I am being too loud, please say so. I told you to quit it! Before anyone could even step in, Heathcliff swung wildly at Ishmael. You don't know shit about me, a prick like you. Fellows. The tussle was such a blind that no one could even attempt to intervene. Yi Sung almost looked pitiful as he stood between, bewildered. For a moment it appeared as though Heathcliff had the upper hand as his fist struck Ishmael right in her jaw. Just as Ishmael appeared to throw a punch, she kicked Heathcliff's leg, throwing him to the ground. Not really. I'm sick while doing this stream. I am trying to get into a consistent schedule of doing streams, so even if I'm sick, I gotta do streaming. Because, let's be honest, I've got nothing else to do, and even if I wasn't streaming, yeah, thank you. You're probably one of the only people that are, let's be honest. Most people I know despise or hate me. Ishmael, wait. In the blink of an eye, Ishmael took up her mace. She raised it high, as though she could strike it down at any moment, her arms trembling with uncontrollable fury. Yeah, what you do? Bash my head in like I did you before. Fine, kill me. No matter, I'll be right as rain in a minute. I was a fool to think you'd be any different from me. Everyone's the same, after all. Huh? I wasn't sure what caused her sudden change in heart, but this was a relief of sorts. At least she looked at Heathcliff with her eyes wide open and dropped the mace to the ground. I wished that I would not have to be witness to such belligerency amongst friends. Yet, such quarrels amongst fellows is but inelucible, perhaps. Now that brings me back. Watching them fight, we used to tussle like they do now. Big sis. Dante, I neglected to mention this to you since we have not had a dispute like this since our first mission. But you could be held responsible in the future for the management failure should a similar workplace conflict arise. Yeah. What the hell was I supposed to do about this? was what I wanted to say, but I managed to hold my metaphorical tongue.
이것이 어떻게 관리자님의 책임이지?
How does the fault lie with the executive manager Faust? It's those two fools who got into this senseless altercation.
그러한 일을 벌어지지 않게
Preventative, senseless altercations between co-workers is the job of a manager.
놈,
You.
그만해.
Stop it, everyone. Indeed, such behavior ill-fits the heroic nature of Limbus Company. Why does she always try to make them heroes? They are literally the opposite of it. They have probably caused a hell of a lot more harm than any good they have created. Let's be honest. Sinclair, hesitant, Don Quixote attempts to diffuse Faust's impassive voice, and Otis' increasingly rising voice in my defense. All of that combined was starting to get incredibly irritating. I am going to do that to deafen my voice to the outside world as much as possible, considering I am probably going to be yelling a lot. I probably should throw my mattress up against my door as well, but meh. Stop. Guys, enough. I had no other resource left at this moment. Ishmael, Heathcliff, what? The two of you stop working together for a while. Distance yourselves. At least until I can think of a way to deal with you two. It's not like I enjoy looking at her mug. Okay. Okay. Thus the mood fell into a pit of depressing as this mud flat. Okay, we have an approximate quota now, so feel free to go collecting those scraps. We spent the next few days collecting scraps with the rest of the sinners. Oh, I think I just kinda destroyed my throat.
방금의 결투를 그림으로 그려냈다면 분명 이것은 걸작이었을 것입니다.
Oh. Just noticed that. Wait, I may be close. Yeah, I'm getting very close to a full extraction. Now, why is it taking up modules? I could be using them for so much better things.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가?
가서 할 수 있는 건 다 해보고 오라고. 저보다 한 주먹거리도 안 되는.
Yeah, still the same variants as always, and that's worth doing. That. There we go. That should be decent. Okay, let's look at this.
파이팅이다.
Basically, I'm just gonna go on for that.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살이.
Oh no, she actually managed to win that one.
네, 결국 마지막까지.
I'm just gonna click win rate for that last grab. Because I was literally one hit away from death. Ooh, new crab. It's got a cannon strapped to its back. Those ones look meh. That one looks a bit cute. I just realized that one has barbed wire across its paws if you use this to examine. Yeah, across its whole entire edge. Got barbed wire. It's a bit of a nice detail considering most people would never ever see them. Okay. Yes. Go like this. Yeah, I still like that.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Okay, one crab left. Not really any egos to use.
거 생각하지 말고 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Bottom. Like that, yeah.
깡창.
Ah, damn it. Oh no, I didn't do that much damage. And there we go.
착각하지 마라. 해타 거태. 내 놈들 덕분에 내가 강해.
Oh, looks like we've almost cleared it.
내가 강하기에 내 놈들을 휘두르는 거지.
The day were as suffocating for them as it was for me. Well, save for Otis, maybe.
어이.
You there.
그러면
Connecting those parts will cause an issue with the intake fan. What do we do then? That's like 3 separate wires. Amateurish. Allow me to demonstrate. This is nothing compared to what I had to do back in the day when I worked with the engineering corps. Otis, who appeared to be rather knowledgeable in engineering, continued to support Moeller Boatworks bus modifications. Miss Faust, do you by any chance possess any documentation of items that the sinners may be particular to or have performance for their personal information forms? I think Otis worked for our corp. Because yeah, I think Otis may have actually worked for our corp as a rabbit. Because, I mean, it's kind of just a hunch, but yeah. We do not keep records of such details. Isung, as I have informed you repeatedly, it is best policy as a sinner to leave the decisions to the managers. Oi there, nothing like booze and getting right sloshed to mend a broken friendship. What? Maybe you could try a secret weapon? No, you mean the King Trash Crab Brain wine that you've been talking about? Oh, color me interested, actually. No, I don't think I will. I shall inquire them myself. Thank you. Doubt it'll work. Isung was trying to come up with various ways to bring Heathcliff and Ishmael's feud to a close. SYNC. So you now cook. The only idea I have for this acronym is so you now cook. That's my only idea. no silo would be preferable here. Yes.
그래.
Don't worry, I don't know what she's saying too. Yeah. Yes, perhaps doing so while they're still alive would be a way of pursuing a new direction in art in the vein of an avant-garde spirit. My suggestion was not to inflict them further pain, simply a more appropriate method of engaging in the culinary arts. We need you, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of the time he's just not there. G'day, Axel. I'm sorry, but when's dinner? You've been having the same conversation for the last 30 minutes. Rain, I'm dying here. I can hear the trash crabs going at it in my belly. Big sis, please get a hold of yourself. What does these crabs taste like? Probably like uranium. I would say probably a mix of uranium and the liquid from the bottom of a KFC bin. Mixed with rotten crab, probably. It seems that Ruscio and Marisol were trying to come up with a way to make the trash crabs more palatable. Not that I had any taste buds or a mouth, but it was starting to resemble actual food, at least in its presentation. Yeah. Problem is, I actually work at a KFC, so I know exactly what it looks like at the very bottom of those bins. Somewhat funny story about how I found out what the bottom of a bin looks like at KFC. One of my last shifts a few weeks ago, I had to throw out a bunch of rubbish. But, all our bins are kept inside the building in like a garage-like area. But they had piled up chairs all around the area, so I had to try to climb up all the chairs to throw the bin in. One of the chairs decided to slip, and I went head first into the bin. Needless to say, I was very happy there were no cameras. And the worst part is I'm a cook. So immediately after that, I just had to try scrubbing my hands and stuff, and then go right back to cooking. Kiddos, they're going that way. A child. I am not now young Sinclair Gullop de Gracia. Gregor, I'll take it left leg. Gotcha. Most other sinners were busying themselves with hunting trash crabs and collecting scrap. They say that practicing makes perfect, and everyone was already performing rather well, coordinating attacks even without my input. As for Heathcliff, whoa, Gregor, are you showing off your rotisserie skills? Insipid, your flames lack flair. I don't really know how to make voice lines that don't sound angry. Wait, hey, just remade in it. It has been extracted, however. This can no longer serve its function as a proper source of nutrition. Give it hither, I can consume naught but 3 legs so far. Heathcliff? Heathcliff? That's it. The guide and I had a chat. I'm okay now. Was it really just a chat? Just drop it. I won't trouble you lot no more, that's all. So, spare me some nosh. I don't know if just really had just talk with Heathcliff, but I'm glad that, unlike most other times, he was here to at least get Heathcliff to calm down. But Ishmael, a moment, Dante. Well, as one-sided as this chat is going to be, as I'm sure you've already been told in brief, I conducted a little meeting with the two problem individuals. You will see that the discipline has proven effective with Heathcliff. Well, Ishmael's case hasn't quite been resolved. Or to be more precise, there is no reason to resolve it. What are you talking about? You must be asking what I'm talking about. I hope you weren't expecting me to kindly explain myself to you. You will realize it on your own soon enough. I like Virgilus. I have to say, there could have been no better guide for the team. He is my favorite character. After all, this babysitting and fostering nonsense is not a part of my work, Manager Dante. Okay, I really should look at the characters before I start talking so I can kind of guess the tone of voice I need to take. I know you're putting in extra work and I appreciate it. I'd like it if I didn't have to intervene anymore. You may consider the talk I voluntarily had with the two a small favor from me for your decent performance recently. Now, I have remaining business with the Fixers and Molar office. Like that, Ishmael was left alone with little progress to speak of. According to the people from the boatwork, she apparently snuck out alone late at night to make various preparations. Even when I visited her, when I found her hanging about the called over to her, she didn't respond to me at all. She wasn't ignoring me, rather. Oh yeah, you remember that big crab that Ola killed in the beginning? You're going to fight that soon as a boss, so get ready. Okay. It shouldn't be much harder than everything else that I fought yesterday, considering I spent 4 hours on a boss fight. It shouldn't be that as hard. What should I do about it? No, what was I supposed to do then? Well, a clear answer still eluded me. Mephistopheles' Midsummer was entering its final stages. That's a lot of enemies. And how am I think I'm gonna bring back that. I'll drop him and change him for that. So we've got decent Pierce with those two. We got some Blunt with her, which will be good. We got Slash with those two and a bit of Blunt. So that should go okay. All the thinners say for Ishmael gathered to behold the finished product. Oh, do I behold with mine eyes the transformed bus? Would one call this a bus boat or a boat bus? I think I'll go with boat bus. Or bus boat. Where did the wheels go? We'll need them again once we've done with U-Corp's district. A needless concern, of course. It has been modified to be amphibious, with both a boat form and a bus form. what is this, some kind of magic bus? Well, I mean, it already was a magic bus, considering it eats people and turns them into different variants of people, so I would not put it past it. The myriad of possibilities Mephistopheles hold means it has always been capable of various functions. Hasn't Faust explained upon this detail once? Now, that's enough of that. Let's start it up. As Mika fiddled with its controls, the bus, I mean the boat, I mean the bus boat, shuddered awake. Huh? And sputtered off with odd screeching noises we heard earlier. I think we're missing something. Maybe it's the forum transmogrifier that's messing up. I thought my eardrums were gonna burst. What could possibly be causing such a noise? Mika, I think it's that one part we had to make do with what we had. What was that? Did I just say? Did you just say make do? We didn't have a choice. There weren't enough parts in stock. There's this one thing that was supposed to be irreplaceable, but the problem is... This wasn't the sound of its engine, was it? It's the gigantic mutant we've encountered before. It's heading this way. It is likely drowned here by the same clamor as before. That's good news. That big boy has the exact part we're missing on its back, don't it? It does, I guess? Big Six, are you really? I am really. It's the one expensive and tricky to manufacture part, isn't it? Don't you remember that way it killed the employees of other boat workshops? Well, that's because it crashed into us, not because we were hunting the bastard for parts. But now I have these lads and ladies to help us. Besides, it killed the people that helped us start Molar Boat Works from our bum days, didn't it? Looks like this is just the time to give it a right smashing down its noggin. And make me some more wine out of its brain juices too. Big sis. Can we get some too? What do you mean, we? This kinda trash crab is supposed to be a few years old, so it has to be the same one from earlier. Anyway, all we need to do is catch and kill the prick in it. Right on! You heard her, Clogface. Heathcliff turned to me, visibly eager to go up and crash some shells. Let's not. Isn't this better for us? Ishmael. Gee, Ishi. Where haven't you been all this time? I was making preparations for our survival on the Great Lake, obviously. The last I can do is make an exhaustive guide on whales you can study up, right? You know, I don't read that kind of stuff. Then I'll keep reminding you until you have no choice but to read it. See, manager, we still need more time. There is so much more to prepare. The kind of trash crabs can be repelled, can't it? Then let's do that and finish modifying the bus later with more time on our hands. Ishmael, I'm not sure my lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but I don't get what you're scared of or what we're supposed to be preparing for. As much as I want to respect your opinion and reflect them, I don't think this is the best for all of us. So, There is no all of us. Huh? Let's be honest here. Is any of us devoting themselves for the sake of this, all of us? We all signed a contract with Limbus Company for our own goals. I did, Yisung did, as we saw last time, and all other sinners did. Oh. Aren't we all in this together to achieve our personal aims? And you too. You're focusing yourself to look for those golden bows, thinking you've probably never heard of once in your life, just so you can get your memories back. You have a more selfish motivation than anyone else here, so why do you pretend like you're doing anything for all of us? You're doing all this to kill a bloody whale. Don't act like you're some kind of I can't think of something, but like some kind of better person here. You're just as bad as anyone else, Ishmael. How dare you raise your voice against? Enough. Virgilus, who seemed to have been discreetly listening to our conversation, joined as though he'd been a part of it from the start. Ishmael, I believe I made myself clear during our meeting. The contract comes first. The contract, huh? Sure, this is a company I'm working for, of course. It does. Ishmael glanced at me with a face unlike anything she has shown before. I sensed clear honesty in her eyes. Fine, I'll abide by oh so honorable contract manager. Give me your orders and I'll follow them. So if there's anything you want from me from now on, state it clearly. I won't get out of line by providing unsolicited help for explanations anymore. What are we waiting for? Weren't you going to order us to go kill the giant crab? Pression? I'm gladly obey, as it is stipulated in the contract, Manager Dante. After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me as if awaiting my orders. To which I can only reply with, let's go. As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left the shop as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners and follow her. Just then, I heard various sounds of crashing waves and roars of all-crushing storms. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tear off in the shredding storm that brings crashing wave. Ishmael clings to the ship for dear life. And a behemoth of an eye, it overwhelming and all-consuming sighs looming over the ship, watching her in silence. Perhaps this could be a clue. Ishmael's perplexing behavior. Oh, my throat. Oh, hell. Okay, yeah, he's getting tapped. That, so... Get that. You're getting attacked? No. No. Hear me, yes, by two different crustaceans. But he's getting attacked from all the way up. Oh no, let's drop a green. That seems fair, that's good. Next up is South. She's not getting attacked, so let's not focus on her for the moment. With her, she's getting attacked by 3 different crustaceans. Let's throw on this, that. and for foul stuff for a attack. Next up is the one on the bottom. I'm pretty sure. Throw him with a green on that one. Up is just that one crab here, is it? Yeah, it is. This is one crab. I'll throw that. Wait. No, this one.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 두드려 패.
부족해 찾아잡지 않네 죄.
예사롭지가
We got one crab removed already.
쌀을 내놨어. 그럼 미쳤네.
Looks like they've got a slash resistant.
밤새 끝나게 싸우는 거지.
Yeah, that one's got a slash resistant. Sucks. This one has a green resistant. These guys have basically all of them. The defense on there, so we can probably ignore that crap for now. And that, then that. Three. Actually, no, that there. Yeah, let's try and get that crap removed. We will throw him there. Her there. Throw that there. Flash on there. And another one there.
대가리 딱 떼고
That should do decent. No, that wasn't too bad damage.
위험 요소.
One crab down, another crab down.
뻔하지.
There's a third.
뻔하지. 소년이 단정하지 않군요.
다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을
그래. 결국
There we go.
서 있는
And
거라니까. 잘 들어.
this
아픈 거 생각하지 말고.
one right,
필요.
because it's almost dead.
공격이 더
Oh,
나의 승리다.
next phase. This.
하나 눕혔네. 이렇게 눕혀가다 보면 밤새 끝나는 게 싸우는 거지.
Like that. This getting tapped by two crabs. That there. That was that. Oh shit. Still getting attacked by the two, but they'll both be clashed. He's not getting attacked. He is getting attacked by that one back there. I'll just show him with that. And an assist. Same colour. He is getting attacked by two different ones as well. Let's throw that there. And that one there. Right, all of these this should go well. Ugh. To be honest, I don't know what I really expected with that.
부족해 찾아잡지 않네.
그래. 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는
Let's just
거라니까.
use that, yeah. Yeah, sometimes think no.
저 새끼 죽은 다음만
They were all attacking her.
공격이 더 매서워지거든.
That. There. Why would they be attacking their own crap? Get him removed though. Don't throw her there. I'm gonna throw them around a bit.
내 뒤로. 다시 못 살게 구는 일은 없을 것이오.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Yeah, it looks like this wave is in the bag. Man, Fel's just barely beat it.
마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해.
I want to drop his sanity a bit for the next fight, so... we can get that. And we'll just go.
내 뒤로.
And it's dead.
나의 수
Didn't even get an opportunity to drop his... Damn, his sanity went up.
하나 눕혔네.
Oh, the crab. That's what the bastard looks like. Oh yeah, I've already got his ego up. That in the back, dude. Attack the one. That aims at people, so it's probably that one's only doing 10, so we can ignore that one. Two attacks on that. One like that. Get those definitely removed. Next up, I'm going to that there. See how this goes.
부족해 찾아잡지 않은 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
거기까지.
Yeah, I think I've fought this thing once before with the shred.
은근 좀 똑똑했다. 옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 두뇌 파로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지. 이 안에 담아주지.
There we go. And his sanity did not really get dropped at all, damn it.
하나 눕혔네.
Okay, we should
들어가다 보면 인생 끝나는 게 싸움이지.
run it on that one to get attention on him. Next up. On that. That. And just like that.
내 뒤로.
See how this goes.
지금이다. 해골바가
Should do some good damage.
그거 내 입에서 멍청한 놈 소리는 안 나오게. 야, 다리 안쪽이 작살났네. 그러면 이제 메타적을 피할 방법이 없지. 결국 마지막까지 서 있는 놈이 이기는 거라니까. 잘 들어. 아픈 거 생각하지 말고 저 새끼 죽은 다음만 생각해. 그럼 공격이 더 매서워지거든.
Get that crab removed. That should be enough to get it removed. Next up, we hold that done. Next up, run like that.
키워보지.
Ah. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't that hard of a boss at all, really. According to Virgilus, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to the corpse back streets where the fixer's office used to be. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. I considered telling them the truth I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my... I just got a phone call, but then immediately cancelled. I didn't even get to read who it was. But I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my figurative mouth shut. Maybe I feared that the thing I said could bring bad results again. Like how Ishmael has fallen out with me. Come on, let's get working. Ooh, we've got him now! Looks like our job's done. And lucky you, the tide is in. You should be able to set off now. Now then, switch to boat mode. Ooh, it transforms us then. I've got to say I have great admiration for whoever designed this vehicle. I heard stories of it, but now see it in motion firsthand. If you tried, it could most certainly change into other forms as long as the core is intact. How come such a core be real? I'm sure amazed for lack of better terms. Indeed, Faust is amazing. Alright now, get in your vehicle. You can switch the mode again once you're in the water. Aboard the now boat-shaped Mephistopheles, we forged ahead into ever-rising waters. My relationship with Ishmael was still precisely, which was something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since, considering this game, I wonder what's gonna be the funny moment. But since some of the sinners were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the further we get from the shore of the Great Lake. It's sailing alright. Does that mean we can get paid and go out for a meal now? We actually got our money a minute ago. As soon as we fulfilled our end of the contract, a delivery fixer from the Deviat Association came by and paid us the remainder. Ooh, our contract turned out to be a pretty big deal, huh? Hot damn, now that's a catch. How about we take a break from trash crabs and splurge for some pork belly barbecue? Sounds good, big sis. By the way, Nika. Yeah? When did we add a submersible mode to the modifications? We didn't. The ship looks like it's listening. Oh, get the water out quick! Buckets! Where are the buckets? I haven't found a hole. This must be... Today. We're off, glub. I'll get the lifeboats. Guess we should also prepare to pony up penalty fees. We're so screwed. Yeah, I can see the funny moment now. You are right, that was pretty funny. With our frantic attempt to drain the bus and Sharon's skillful rowing, we managed to get back to the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest.
방금의 결투를 그림으로 그려냈다면 분명 이것은 걸작이었을 것입니다.
Wait, not to that. So. What? Gonna. Wait, I'm just gonna quickly find these. So that way I can actually do a 10 pull, which I have not done in a very long time. Let's see, will we get lucky? And we did not get lucky. And I already had? And I already had? And I already had. All of them with stuff I already had. That's some pretty good luck if I do say so myself. I'm just gonna do these, check lock these intervalos. I hereby confirm today's closure of business for the sinners. Whether we ride the bus through a forest or navigate the bus boat or over a vast lake, our daily routine changes very little. Thank you kindly. Starting now, you all will be given a maximum of 12 hours to participate in sleep and rest. The duration is subject to change. Have a good night. The usual hubbub followed by the usual leisurely idealness. I guess I'm not the only one starting to enjoy these normal routine days. It wasn't by any choice though. By now I thought we'd be sailing vigorously across the waters towards the Lobotomy Corp branch located somewhere within U Corp. But here we are, unable to leave the coastal side of the Great Lake, dawdling and twiddling our thumbs. Well, it's not like there's been an accident. Whilst Faust didn't elaborate, she explained that we had to wait for now. If I were to hazard a guess, we were waiting here to complete some kind of entry procedure like we did at K-Corp. Either that or we're waiting for something, probably the before team, to get in touch with us. Which brings us here, surrounded by nothing but endless waters. The sinners chatted about insane subjects before complaining about the immense boredom. But deep down, we were all exhausted from the unending onslaught of physical and emotional draining happening deep down. We all knew these measling days will not last. So we each elected to enjoy this brief maritime respite in our own ways. I think he song may be a bit seasick. If thou needest mine assistance, as I have repeatedly made myself clear, I am quite alright. Thou countenance return the content within thy stomach to the lake with such vigor sayest otherwise. Except from Yi Sung, who had a surprisingly low tolerance for seasickness. This voyage was proving to be rather uneventful. Yi Sung, the day's over, you can go back to your room now. Oh, shall I finally be free from this suffering? Seriously, I told you that you could rest in your room if you wanted. Our fellows must also have their share of suffering. I cannot in good faith seek comfort only for myself. You're the only one with the biggest share of suffering right now. While I wish that he'd be more reasonable with himself, I could see where he was coming from. I saw better of it than to try convincing him otherwise. I instead chose to help Yi-sung to his room. I thank you, Dante, then until later. I waved at him and watched until he stumbled into his room, closed the door behind him. Then I shall seek myself respite as well, Manager Esquire. Yeah, rest well. Don Quixote walked into the same door that Yi-sung had walked into. I could get a blurry glimpse into her room over her shoulder. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it was certainly not the same room Yi-sung had walked into. I see these doors every day, but I still don't get it. I should probably be used to this by now, but this still pretty fascinating how the room changes based on who opens the door. I turn, leaving their shut doors behind, ready to return to my room. There's a door immediately to the right side of the demarcation of the corridor. We're not allowed to cross. Within that door is a space somewhere different from the sinner's room. In there were the wooden doors to my room, and the metal door leading to the mirror dungeons. The doors leading to the Lux Cavations dungeons, and the recently opened door to the Reflection Railway also come into view. Wait, have I unlocked the Reflection Railway now? Huh. No new doors yet. For no reason in particular, I creak those doors open and take a quick peek inside to see if anything's changed. Well, I've never actually managed to catch any changes myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll notice something worth keeping to myself, which I should probably report to Faust. Something must have caught wind of my rather mischievous thought. An ear-splitting siren blasts all the way here, other end of the bus. Blimey, what the hell is this? Oh boy, this again. Me kill the volume. I sprung around to face the other side of the corridor. The sinners alarmed by the noise. We're one by one peek out their rooms. They were used to the siren by now, but that didn't change the unpleasant fact that their sweet private hours were disturbed. We'll meet Dante. Let us observe the disturbance together. Okay. I accompanied Faust to the helm. She fiddled a few buttons and shut off the alarm. Incomprehensive, complicated-looking letters began to fill the round screen. Is that a new room? Even Faust needs a moment to decipher. Right. The siren always comes without warning, and with it appears the mirror dungeon, the Lux Cavern dungeon, and the refraction railways. I don't know if it's relevant, but I don't see anything that would indicate activity when I cracked the railway's door earlier. It is unlikely that anything new would appear from that entrance. I find it difficult to believe that the next line would arrive so soon when the glow of the door leading to line 2 has yet to go out. I guess you're right. The first railroad really took me by surprise when it appeared. A new door had opened before us. Its edge shimmered with a blue glow, and when we entered it, a mysterious vehicle was just sitting there waiting for us. Its appearance somewhat resembled that of Mephistopheles, but it was also patiently clear that it had never seen anything like it before. An odd feeling. I see that your first encounter with the train has left a strong impression, Dante. Well, I recall that you had a rather violent reaction when I entered the train to observe its interior. Come on, I wasn't the only one that freaked out. Everyone did. What if that thing left the station before the rest of us got on? What was what I wanted to say if Faust hadn't already turned around for the screen to which her eyes had been metaphysically glued for a while and walked away. This wasn't it then. No, this particular volatility is something we can utilize. Right, I thought it was an awkward time for a new door to appear too soon. The dungeon and the railway appeared at awkward times as well, Dante. I recommend that you refrain from setting into a premature conclusion. A new variable may present itself at any moment. Moreover, if this volatility has triggered an alarm in Mephistopheles' engine, then it naturally follows a new door has appeared at an indeterminate location down the corridor. This may reveal a space from which one could never return. It is best that we keep track of these incidents. Even Heathcliff won't do anything like that again. Probably. As per my last advice to you, a premature conclusion is... Regardless, no serious issues have been detected at this moment. It would be most apt that we enjoy our remaining rest period. Now, if you will excuse me, rest well, Dante. With those as her patient words, Faust disappeared into her room with her usual manner. Left alone again on this bus boat, I looked at the numerous letters displayed on the screen. Numerous unintelligible letters, drawing and symbols depicting something. I had to shake my clock head after staring at that dizzying sight for a while. I wonder if this is how Yi-sung felt earlier. I'm starting to feel nauseous. I was barely able to hold back the vertigo from setting in time to saunter back to my room. Let's tune in early tonight. I was hoping we'd get to see Dante's room. But I guess there's one for hope. Yeah, I'll do the first Walpurgis Light later. I'll just jump into the first content on stream. Setting sail. It hasn't been so long since the bus boat, was hounded by the sirens and the flashing green lights. The sinners were sitting uncomfortable trying to get from shut-eye in the ship cabin, formerly known as the bus cabin. The thought of returning to their rooms didn't even seem to occur to them. After gazing out the window for a while, Faust came to her feet and approached the helm, formerly known as the wheel. Miss Faust? Yes, we have reviewed a signal. Faust? The long-awaited signal has arrived then. Then shall our adventure in the Great Lake finally commence? What signal? I didn't hear or see anything, not even an alarm. A smoke signal outside our visual range has been picked up by Mephistopheles. A smoke signal, the beacon are lit then. I guess that's what we've been sitting on our butts for. Sailing is a go. Split splat. Soon we will be moving away from the coastal area and draw closer to what one could call the Great Lake approach. Activating automatic navigation system now. How thou meanest to say that we have experienced so far was not the Great Lake? By strict definition, yes it was. We have been inside the Great Lakes borders for a while, yet make the distinction based on information available to you, as our path has so far lacked any real threats. No real threats, thou sayest? After all that? Yo, Yisheng, there has Hizzard been drying his face in that very bucket. I shall have thee know. My notes, please. I had thought the bucket porpoise was to remove water from the ship in case of a flooding, yet all it has heretofore removes were contents of Yisung's stomach. And that, that incident is still quite fresh in my mind. Walpurgis Night. And not many of those threats could be attributed to the dangers of the Great Lake. False cause fallacy. False cause fallacy. Quite the rush of daunting ideas, though. Hast thou in mind direction I shall henceforth continue to slumber then. I wonder how many Walpurgises I've missed. I'm not really sure how many there have been. No, we have just entered a hostile environment. We must raise ourselves from sleep and ready ourselves for what danger there may be. Otis? All hands to defensive stations. Otis suddenly leaped to her feet and began barking orders to all the sinners. What in the bloody... Oh, my head dropped from a second there. Otis, this ship is currently steered by an automated navigation system. As its name suggests, it will automatically avoid any threats the Great Lake may pose. Should a threat prove to be unavoidable, it will sound an alarm. Do you really expect me to trust the incomprehensible contraption? Besides, this automated navigation system is nothing but some slapdash last-minute installation by Boatworks fixers. Indeed, False was not the one who installed this system, so no, its reliability is not absolute. Well said, it is well-known wisdom that the path of a sailor is fraught with dangerous unknown, which is to say that a human must handle it. Then shalt thou be the one to lead this vessel to victory? I must rise to the occasion, as executive manager unfortunately lacks any memories perpetual to the sailing. Luckily, I am quite experienced with a leadership position. Oh, commander. I am no commander, I am your captain. Executive manager, allow me to briefly assume your authority so that I may lead this vessel as its temporary captain. She continued before I even had the chance to reply. Attention sailors, that is to say the act of traveling across bodies of water. After an indeterminate amount of time. You would think Dante would be able to know exactly what time it is, considering. Tick, tick. And that conclusion, the fundamentals of sailing. Have you been taking your notes, men? Snore, snore. Oh, marvellous, quite a considerable amount of new knowledge I have acquired. 'Tis akin to an adventure, is it not? Twat one of mine humble 863 old dreams to sail the Great Lake as an adventure like a challenger of storms, a queller of voyage waves. Such an exact number of aspirations you have. Otis, ma'am, have a question. Yes, you are recognized. What's the complicated looking lever over there? It has been riddle in mind head as well. What may be the function of that particular lever? Ooh, perchance it shall load and fire a volley of cannonballs to produce a level of transformative variety. I shall be an auspicious day in which we are of availed sight of construction in action. Otis? I've been seeing more and more of these as of late. These so-called bleeding-edge technologies are hollow inventions that have nothing to show for it aside from pretty exteriors. A blind pursuit of convenience breeds increased risk. There's nothing but ruin at the end of the road, paved with overlays of these bleeding edge technologies. Forever fueled in the furnace of bold and engine oil, the ship's blood and sweat. A combined force of the commanding officer deceives leadership and their subordinates' firm loyalty. Blood what? That is how proper workshops of tradition and history are supposed to be run. Now that is how true comrades are born. I don't know what she's talking about, but that was kinda cool. I can feel something rising from deep within my chest. Commander, Captain, this bleeding edge technology is bleating like a mule. Whatever shall we do? Iotis shall prove it is to the world that I do not need its high-tech junk to sell. Now, see, woman Don Quixote, set the power level to the maximum output. Power level to the maximum output. AI, Captain. Seaman Sinclair, set the helm to the rotral position and hitch the switch. Set the helm to the neutral position. Set the helm to the neutral position and hit the switch. Let's go. The engine has fallen silent. The automatic navigation system has failed. It is an old model. Rebooting will be complete in approximately 5 hours. That's what you get for abandoning your bus driver. Wait, so we're just stuck here? Of course not. While Mephistopheles' engine may be inoperable as it has melded with the automatic navigation system, the ship itself can still move. We still have a manual activation backup system on standby. Oh, my throat. I'm gonna end the stream here because I've been streaming for a while and my throat's in a lot of pain. Yeah. Thank yous for coming to watch. It is greatly appreciated as always. I hope yous have a great rest of your days and or nights. I have been your host, Clutch Gelly, and I will see you all next time. Bye.